So you have to know feeling stuck isn't the problem. And I know that may sound strange because we've been told that being stuck is the issue. So if you're thinking, okay, so if that's not the problem, what is? Good. That means this video is for you. Because if you've been feeling stuck for a while, not in a dramatic or a falling apart way, but quietly being unsure, overwhelmed, and restless, there is a simple reframe you probably just haven't heard yet. And once you see it, a lot of things are going to start making more sense for you. So, a lot of people who find this channel are saying things to themselves like, I just don't know what's wrong with me. Or, I should be happier than I am. Or, I have a good life, so why does it feel like something's missing? Or, I keep thinking that I'm going to feel clearer soon and I don't. And then they usually follow up these questions with some version of self blame. And that self blame could be like, maybe I am ungrateful. Maybe I just need to try harder. Or, everybody else has this figured out, so why can't I? So if any of this seems familiar to you, I want you to pause just for a second, because the people who feel this way, they're not lazy and they're not motivated and they're not avoiding responsibility. In fact, these are the most capable people in the room usually. They usually have read books, they've listened to podcasts, they've watched videos, they have made lists, they've had these late night conversations with themselves that usually start with, okay, I'm ready to try to figure this out. And sometimes they've even started new habits, new jobs, new careers, only to stop and second guess themselves a few months later. So if effort was the problem, if motivation was the problem, or even discipline was the problem, they would have already filtered them out. And that is where confusion starts. Because when you've done all the right things and you still feel stuck, it's easy to assume that the problem must be with you. So here is the simple reframe that most people never hear. And that is, feeling stuck isn't the problem. The real problem is trying to solve clarity with more effort. And I want that to land for just a second. So I'm going to say it again. Feeling stuck isn't the problem. The real problem is trying to solve clarity with more effort. When you don't have clarity, effort doesn't feel empowering. It feels heavy. And every option feels risky and every decision feels loaded. You can start choosing good things and feel so wrong about them. When that happens, the natural response is to push through harder. More willpower, more discipline, more commitment, and just stop overthinking things. But the effort without clarity doesn't create momentum. It just creates exhaustion. And that exhaustion is the part that most people don't talk about. Because when you feel stuck, that effort without clarity will help you make you feel tired in a way that sleep doesn't fix. You second guess yourself more and more. You delay decisions. You circle the same questions over and over again. And you might even start avoiding conversations when people ask, so what's next for you? And it's not because you don't care. It's simply because you just don't have the words that feel true yet. And quietly, a story can creep in. And that story says, maybe I should have had all this figured out by now. Maybe it's something wrong with me. And maybe I've just missed my window. So if you're in that place, I want to be very clear about something. There is nothing wrong with you. Clarity is not something humans are naturally great at creating alone, especially when those decisions matter. The bigger decision, the more personal stake, the more identity that is involved in these decisions, the harder it is to see clear from inside your own head. And this isn't a weakness. This is just being human. And yet, most of us were taught that needing support means we have failed some incredible, invisible test of independence. So instead of asking for help, we begin to double down on our efforts and we keep trying to willpower through uncertainty. And that is how people stay stuck far longer than they need to. So this video isn't about telling you what to do. It's simply about telling you and helping you see why this feels so hard. Even when you're very capable, you're intelligent, and you're genuinely trying. Because once you understand why clarity is so difficult to create on your own, the next steps is to stop feeling it like it's so personal and start feeling like it's possible. And then next, we're going to be talking about why clarity is especially hard for smart, high-functioning people and what helps break that loop. It is not motivation, y'all, and nor is it pressure, or is it pushing harder. It's something else entirely. So for now, I just want you to hold on to this. Feeling stuck isn't the problem. The problem is trying to move forward in a clear way to see what's next. So if this resonates with you, keep watching the series. And no, you're not behind, nor are you broken. You're just at a place where clarity matters.